Alright, here we are at the start of a new chapter. So chapter 12 is all about matrices. And I really enjoy matrices, and a lot of students also really enjoy matrices. So this will be a good chapter, a good way to end out our third quarter. So vocabulary. In order to add or subtract matrices, they must have the same dimensions, and corresponding elements are elements in the same position in each matrix. So, excuse me. Matrices are kind of like those brackety looking things that have like numbers or variables inside of them. And in order to add them, you have to pick the variables or the numbers that are in the same spots. A matrix equation is an equation in which the variable is a matrix. And equal matrices have the same dimensions and equal corresponding elements. So for matrix addition and subtraction, to add matrices A and B with the same dimensions, you just look at their corresponding elements. So here we have A. Our elements are A11, A12, A21, A22, and that just represents position 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. And then B is B, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. In order to add them, you pick the elements that are in the same positions. So we add, this one plus this one. And then we add this one and this one, and following. So same positions, you add them together or subtract them. Alright, so let's work on these. Here are C and D. Are our matrices the same dimensions? Yes. So we can go ahead and add them together. So if we did C plus D, we want to take and add 3 plus 1, 2 plus 4, 4 plus 3, negative 1 plus negative 2, 4 plus 2, and 0 plus 4. So then you just take and add them together. So it's 4, 6, 7, negative 3, 6, 4. So we just added those two matrices together. Addition and subtraction is really simple, no problem. Okay, for subtracting, just make sure when you subtract all the elements. So you do 3 minus 1, which is 2, 2 minus 4, which is negative 2, 4 minus 3 is 1, negative 1 minus a negative 2 means plus 2, so that's 1, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So make sure you just add or subtract in any order, or in the order that's given, not in any order. Alright, if we were to solve an equation, the first table shows the teams with the 4 best records halfway through their season, and the second table shows the full season records for the same 4 teams. Which team had the best record during the second half of the season? So here you go, there's the first half, and there's the second half for each one of the teams. So we have our two matrices. Now we need to solve. If we take A plus B, we can find what our F is, what our season is. Or we can find B by doing F minus A. So if you take and you find the difference between each one of the wins, Team 2 was obviously the one that had more wins in the second half of the season than they did, or for the season. To find the second half, there we go. You take the whole season, subtract the first season, what you're left with is who had the best wins. Alright. This one just says, if you're given B and C, find A. And A would be B minus C. Alright, using identity and opposite matrices. So if we were to add these two together, if we had a matrix with all zeros inside of it, just like when we add 0 to everything, it doesn't change. So that's specifically called a zero matrix, where all the elements are 0. And you would always get the numbers themselves, our original numbers. And for this one, you have 2 and you're adding negative 2, 8 adding negative 8, negative 3 adding 3, and 0 adding 0. You're going to get zeros for all of your results when you add them together. This is the opposite or additive inverse. That means that you get 0 when you add them together. They're opposites. Alright, and we can also find matrix values. So for this one, I have an equation. And if you look at it, it says the matrix on the left equals the matrix on the right. So, does 9 equal 9? Yes. So these ones are true, and 10 equals 10, that's true. So can we solve to find x and to find y? Sure. So 3x plus 1 equals what? 16. That's in the same position. Subtract 1, 3x equals 15. So x equals 5. And now to find y, 2y minus 1 equals negative 5. Add 1, 2y equals negative 4. So y equals negative 2. Which one of these has x is 5, y is negative 2? That would be C. Okay, I want you to find the values of x, y, and z to make the following true. This is going to be your lesson check, so go ahead and pause the video, and you're going to do this one with your partner. Also this one, by the way. Okay, and that's the end of the lesson. So I hope you enjoyed adding and subtracting matrices. They're super fun, and it's going to be a good chapter.